Hello students, welcome to all of you. So today we will discuss about the settlement patterns that are shown in the topographical sheets. Earlier we got to know about the various features of the topographical sheet, like the contours and use of colors in the topographical sheet. So today we will discuss about the settlement patterns that are shown in the topographical sheets. So settlement patterns, actually what the settlement patterns are, the living patterns in any particular region. It reflects man's relationship with its environment. Its various types are as follows. So basically these are living patterns, means these are the patterns in which the settlements, human settlements are present in any particular area. So the different types are: number one, there is temporary settlements. As the name suggests, they are occupied for a shorter period of time, like tribes living in deserts, tropical rainforests and other inhospitable environments build temporary settlements. Then there are permanent settlements. These are not abandoned and remain in use continuously for several years. So like you are living in a house, that is a permanent kind of settlement, and various tribes that use a particular settlement for a comparatively shorter period of time are known as temporary settlements. So these are two major types of settlements. Then there are rural settlements. So in rural settlements, most of the people are engaged in primary occupation like agriculture, mining, fishery and forestry. The products are directly derived from nature, for example, villages. Then there is urban settlement. In urban settlements, people are engaged in secondary and tertiary occupation. They either work in industries or they provide services like health and education. For example, towns and cities. So there are rural settlements, there are urban settlements. Like you are living in a city, so that is an urban kind of settlement, whereas the people that are living in villages observe rural settlements. Then there are compact settlements. The settlements where all the houses are built side by side, leaving narrow lanes and by lanes, are called compact settlements. There are collective amenities to serve the people like schools, places of worships, hospitals and markets, etc. So a compact settlement basically is present, or it is established in a comparatively smaller area. It covers only a smaller area, like houses are narrowly arranged in lanes, for example in the towns where the housing are abundant, and due to this there is lack of the space. So there we observe the compact settlements. Then there are dispersed settlements. In this type of settlement, houses are scattered in isolated places. There is little opportunity for social gatherings. This type of settlements are found in highlands or farmlands or comparatively remote areas where not a lot of houses or houses are present because of the absence of much of the human population. So there are compact settlements which are closely present to each other, and dispersed settlement where the houses are scattered in isolated places. Then there is circular pattern. In this pattern, the settlements or the houses or the huts or wherever the human beings present in a particular area are living are generally developing a kind of community around a lake or pond or an oasis in the desert area. So if water body is like circular in shape, they surround that particular water body. Like in ancient times, people used to live around the water body so as to derive water, which is a very vital element for their living. So this kind of pattern where the human beings develop their community or society around a lake or pond or a water body is called a circular pattern. Then there are linear settlement pattern. In this type of settlement, the settlements develop along the highway or railway line or along the canal or a river in which all houses are built in a line. So since they are built in a line, that is why the settlement pattern is called a linear settlement pattern. Then there is the rectangular settlement pattern. This type of settlement generally develops at the crossroads and the houses are built side by side, leaving lanes and by-lanes. Then there are triangular pattern. The settlements develop at the confluence of two rivers and the houses are built in between the two rivers that ultimately grows in a triangular pattern. So confluence, you know that where the two different rivers join, that point is called a confluence, and if on that confluence the settlements are present, they will be taking a triangular shape just because of the confluence area that is covered by the two rivers. That's why this is called the triangular pattern. Then is the radial pattern. These are common in areas where dwellings spread out in several directions from a central point, which is either around a big water body where many roots join together. So radial means they are radiating from a central or main point. That's why this type of pattern is called the radial pattern. So here you can see different type of settlement patterns like nucleated settlement pattern. Here, like the houses are present in closer proximity to each other, they are closely present around each other. So this is called a nucleated settlement. This is the dispersed settlement pattern where the houses are far from each other, far apart from each other. Dispersed settlement pattern. This is the linear settlement where the houses are lined along a road or a highway in a line. So that's why this is called linear settlement. So these are different settlement patterns which you will be finding when you will be looking at the topo sheet. So this is it for now, and we will be seeing you soon. Till then, just go through the lecture thoroughly and take care. Thank you.